Hi, everybody. My name's Kat Carroll. I'm the publisher of Natural Awakenings here in Austin, Texas. And this is the first of a series of videos we're doing called um, Business as Unusual and Adapting in the COVID Economy. And so with me today is Linda Isaacs, MD. And Linda, why don't you go ahead and just let people know what you do and what your practice is all about?
All right. I'm a medical doctor and I'm trained in internal medicine, but what I actually do is offer nutritional protocols, mainly for people with cancer, but I also see people with other types of conditions like autoimmune disorders or fatigue or the like. And the protocol that I offer is based on the work that I did for many years with Dr. Nicholas Gonzalez. He actually learned what he did from somebody named William Donald Kelly, who was a practitioner here in Texas in the 60s and 70s. It involves a diet, a lot of nutritional supplements, and detoxification. So that's the kind of work that I do.
Okay, great. So because you're a medical practitioner, how has this virus crisis affected your business?
Well, my patients are actually scattered all over the country, and I even have some that are living overseas. And so coming to see me by plane, traveling has really become impossible. And so that has certainly had an impact. Probably the biggest impact for me, though, was that I had a couple of speaking engagements in the month of April that got canceled or that get quite as much airtime as they might have otherwise. I had a little segment in a docu-series that aired recently called Radical Remission. And the docu-series went very well. I thought it was extremely well produced. I was happy with how my little segment came across. But I have a feeling that there's a lot of people that would have been watching it that were distracted by everything that they had to do and how their life has been turned inside out with the whole COVID-19 crisis. So I was hoping for a little more, how could I say, exposure to the work that I do, because people can't come to see me. They can't be helped by what I do if they've never heard of it. And so that was probably my biggest disappointment, I guess you could say, with what's happened. Obviously, many people are dealing with much more serious issues, so I'm grateful to be in the position that I'm in overall.
Yeah, I did get a chance to see some of that docuseries, and I thought it was very inspiring. Really made me take a look at what I was doing and what I could do to sort of make my body inhospitable, to outside viruses or cancer and that kind of thing. And I highly recommend it. It's on Hay House, I think it's hayhouse.com. And you can actually purchase the series to watch the whole thing now on Hay House. So
Yes, you can. The author that's involved with the production, Kelly Turner, she actually has two books that are available that cover a lot of the same ground. And so all of those things are available at the Hay House site.
nice. So another question I'm wondering about is how you have adapted your business to continue to see clients or that kind of thing during during the COVID economy. Are you doing telepatient or telecalls? I'm not sure what the exact terminology is.
Right. Well, the term that's used a lot in the medical community is telemedicine, and the legalities of that and the payment mechanisms in terms of those who accept regular insurance have all been a little nebulous. But all of a sudden, in this crisis, people are being encouraged to actually see patients that way. So, for instance, the state medical board here has in the past said that in order to start a relationship with a new client, you really need to see them in person, but that has been relaxed. And so I am seeing patients by telemedicine, mostly established patients, but I am open to considering seeing a new patient in that modality. I don't like it as much. I like to be able to be in the same room with somebody. I think it gives you a completely different energy, but I don't want them to be traveling and come down with COVID-19. So this is a much better option that is more available now.
Right, and the folks that you see as patients are probably much more highly susceptible to catching coronavirus, and if they did, they would have, more than likely, not great outcomes because they're immunodeficient or immunocompromised.
Yes, a lot of my patients actually fit into just about every category of high risk, from being older to having chronic health conditions. And so I really prefer that they stay at home.
Great. So I'm curious, how are you personally taking care of yourself during this period in time, and are you doing anything special for to build your immune system?
Well, I follow my own protocol, and there are always things in that protocol that I feel keep me healthy and keep my immune system strong. Certainly, some of the things that I have been recommending to my patients, there's a glandular product called thymus. The thymus is the master gland of the immune system. The word T cell that we hear about in terms of cells that fight against viruses, the T in T cell actually stands for thymus.
Oh,
And so that's a glandular that I like to recommend, and a place that others could get it if they wanted to would be a company called Nutricology, makes that product called thymus. A little extra zinc is nice. Quercetin, I've found quercetin extremely valuable since moving here to Austin, because it seems like every allergy I ever had has reappeared since arriving here. And I find quercetin handy for that, but I've gotten a lot of feedback from patients that tell me that they have heard of somebody that caught COVID-19 and took a little quercetin and improved. Now, this is one more of the anecdotal stories of things that may or might happen, but I think it might be useful.
Yeah, I in fact just ordered some online. I'm hoping it gets here today.
Yeah, well, my usual source would only send me one bottle, so they said the rest of it will come sometime later. So I think a lot of people are buying quercetin.
Yeah, they must be. So, like, how can the community support you at this time or access your services?
I would say the type of services that I provide is usually to people that are fairly sick. And I hope that most of your audience doesn't really need those services right at the moment. But I would certainly appreciate it if people could simply go visit my website, drlindai.com. That's DRLINDAI.com, and just learn about what I do and know that this resource is available. Beyond that, there's really nothing specific for me, but I certainly hope that your audience will support all the rest of the alternative and complementary services here in the Austin area. I know there's a lot of practitioners that depend on being able to see people hands-on, like massage therapy or acupuncture. Those folks really need extra support, and I think that the vibrancy of the community here in Austin is a real draw for me, for my patients, and I hope that your audience will support them.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So again, your website is drlindai.com.
Right, www.drlindai.com.
Okay, and do you want to maybe give a phone number too, in case anybody needs to contact you?
Sure, it's 737 208-0831.
We don't often have to recite our own phone numbers anymore these days, do we? Well, thank you so much for joining me. I think just one more question, is there anything else that you would like to say to the viewers? Any other information maybe that I've left out today?
No, I think everything's been covered very thoroughly. I really appreciate the opportunity. And like I said, I hope that your audience will continue to support you and all the folks that they can learn about through your website, which provides so much valuable information for the community.
Great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time today.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right.